Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through the sources, we cut through the noise, and we bring you those concentrated insights you need. Today, we're plunging into something that, well, honestly, it impacts every single one of us. That often elusive quest for, truly restorative sleep. In a world that just feels perpetually on, quieting your mind at night, that can sometimes feel like a real uphill battle. Finding that deep, undisturbed rest often seems more like a wish than a reality. But what if there was a natural plant-based solution? Something refined over centuries, and now increasingly backed by science, something that could genuinely help. Our deep dive today explores the fascinating world of essential oil blends. We've got a stack of research, clinical findings, practical guides, all with one mission: to uncover how specific essential oil blends might offer you a more natural, gentle, yet powerful pathway to deeper, more peaceful sleep.
Exactly. And our mission today is really to move beyond just the general claims. We want to truly extract the key insights from all these sources we've gathered. We aim to show you not just that essential oils can help, but, how their specific compounds actually work, and how intelligent blending can amplify their power, and why understanding these nuances, well, it can be genuinely transformative for your physical and mental well-being. It's about unlocking that restorative sleep, right? Not just wishing for it.
Okay, so before we dive straight into the oils themselves, let's just anchor ourselves for a moment. Our sources have consistently underscored that sleep isn't just about feeling rested, is it?
No, not at all.
It's a foundational process. It impacts everything from mood regulation, cognitive function, even immune strength. Areas often hit hard in our high-stress lives. You know that feeling, right? Being short-tempered after a bad night's sleep.
Oh, definitely.
That's sleep deprivation, messing with your emotional resilience, or struggling to focus on a task.
Yep, concentration suffers.
Exactly. Your memory and concentration are directly tied to how much quality rest you've actually had. It's truly non-negotiable for just holistic well-being.
It absolutely is. And this is precisely where the concept of essential oil blends becomes so compelling. What's particularly fascinating, as our research really highlights, is that we're not just talking about using single oils in isolation. That's sort of the basic level. Our sources define these essential oil blends as carefully curated combinations, 2 or more essential oils, specifically designed to work together. And the true efficacy, as we discovered digging through this, it often lies in a thoughtfully curated blend. It's far more sophisticated than just, mixing random nice smells together.
Okay, so when our sources talk about synergy in these blends, are we talking about the compounds interacting chemically, or is it more about the combined psychological effect of the aroma, or like both?
That's a really crucial question.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious about that distinction.
And our sources suggest it's actually both, but with a perhaps significant emphasis on the chemical synergy. Think of it this way. Different essential oils have distinct molecular profiles, right?
Right.
When you blend them, these molecules can interact in ways that actually amplify their individual therapeutic benefits. For instance, one oil might enhance the absorption of another, or certain compounds might work together to target multiple physiological pathways at the same time. It's kind of like building a complex chord in music. The individual notes are pleasant, sure, but together.
Create something richer.
Exactly. A richer, more profound experience. And beyond that, a well-crafted blend also creates a more complex, sort of layered scent profile. This isn't just about it smelling nice. Different compounds evaporate at different rates. That leads to a more sustained aromatic experience, maybe throughout the night. This multi-layered approach makes blends particularly effective at tackling the multifaceted nature of sleep disruption, which often involves stress, anxiety, physical tension, all at once.
It's a holistic approach, then, not just a one-note solution. That's truly fascinating, this idea of chemical synergy and layered scent profiles for sustained release. It really elevates the conversation beyond just nice smells, doesn't it?
It does.
But let's get to the core of it. Does robust science actually back up these claims about essential oils and sleep? Or is it still, largely anecdotal, wishful thinking?
This is where our deep dive really delivers some solid answers. The research consistently points to significant scientific support. Multiple studies, including some comprehensive meta-analyses, have demonstrated that aromatherapy, particularly with specific essential oils, can genuinely enhance sleep quality. For instance, one meta-analysis highlighted that participants using aromatherapy experienced an average reduction of about 15% in sleep onset latency.
15%. That's how long it takes to fall asleep, right?
Exactly. And neural imaging studies even suggest that active compounds can modulate GABAergic pathways, promoting a state of calm. So it's not just a subjective feeling. We're seeing measurable physiological changes here.
Wow. An average 15% reduction in how long it takes to fall asleep. That's a pretty compelling number for anyone who's ever, stared at the ceiling at 3 a.m.
It really is.
And when we talk about individual essential oils for sleep, what are the sources consistently pointing to as the most researched, the most effective single oil? I have a feeling I know the answer.
We're probably thinking of lavender essential oil, right? And you'd be absolutely correct. Our sources confirm it is without question the most researched and widely used for promoting restful sleep. Its renowned sedative properties come from specific compounds, primarily linalool and linoleic acetate. These molecules interact with our nervous system in a really fascinating way. Specifically, they modulate those GABA receptors we just mentioned.
Okay, GABA.
Think of GABA as the brain's calming neurotransmitter. So by enhancing its activity, lavender effectively helps to quiet the mind, soothe the body, and gently prepare us for that peaceful transition into sleep.
That's quite a revelation. So it's not just about the aroma, it's specific chemical interactions influencing neurotransmitter systems. That's what the sources highlight.
Yes, precisely.
But if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not just about lavender, is it? As potent as it is.
No, definitely not.
What other oils should we be looking for to build those synergistic blends you mentioned?
Absolutely. While lavender is often a cornerstone, the research consistently points to a whole constellation of other powerful oils that promote sleep and relaxation. For instance, Roman chamomile. It's another well-regarded mild sedative, particularly effective, the sources say, at easing stress and tension, which often manifests as that physical restlessness.
Restlessness. I know that one.
Right. Studies show it contains esters that contribute to its calming effects, similar actually to some compounds in certain anti-anxiety medications. Then there's bergamot. Now, you might associate it with invigorating citrus scents.
Yeah, like Earl Grey tea.
Exactly. But the research indicates bergamot has this unique ability to lower cortisol levels. That's our primary stress hormone. It acts more as an anxiolytic, reducing anxiety rather than a stimulant. This was actually a surprising finding across several clinical trials we looked at. Makes it excellent for unwinding.
Interesting. So citrus isn't always energizing.
Not this one, apparently. We also have sandalwood. It has that grounding, warm, woodsy aroma. Research suggests it promotes emotional balance, possibly by enhancing alpha wave activity in the brain.
Alpha waves. That's like a relaxed meditative state, right?
That's the one. Very calming. And if you struggle with a truly racing, restless mind, vetiver is fantastic. It's earthy and deep, rich in compounds called sesquiterpenes, known for profound grounding and calming properties. Excellent for those who feel emotionally overwhelmed or just, can't switch off their brain.
Okay, vetiver. Got it.
And finally, yang yang. It's got that sweet, floral, emotionally balancing quality, often used to alleviate feelings of anger or frustration, promoting a sense of peace. The beauty here, again, is that while these can be used individually, their true power often comes alive when they're thoughtfully blended together, playing off each other's strengths.
It really sounds like each oil brings its own specific contribution to the symphony of sleep, so to speak.
That's a great way to put it.
So, okay, you have this incredible array of oils backed by this compelling science.
Yeah.
How do you actually craft the perfect sleep blend? Because for me, it feels like an art.
It is a bit.
But one that could easily become overwhelming if you don't know where to start.
It definitely can feel that way, but it's surprisingly accessible. Our guides provide a really fantastic starting point, a kind of base blend idea that offers a solid, soothing foundation. They suggest a simple ratio to begin with. 3 drops of lavender,
Okay.
0.2 drops of Roman chamomile, and 1 drop of bergamot. This blend brings together that potent sedative, the tension reliever, and the anxiety reducer for a very well-rounded effect.
3 lavender, 2 Roman chamomile, 1 bergamot. That sounds like a beautifully balanced trio.
It is.
But what if someone's particular struggle isn't just general anxiety, but more about, say, deeply grounding themselves after a really hectic day? Or maybe they find certain floral notes a bit too prominent.
That's a perfect point for customization and really important if you're looking for something with a bit more depth, something that really helps anchor you. Our sources recommend adding just 1 drop of sandalwood or vetiver to that base blend we just mentioned.
Just 1 drop.
Just one. It deepens the calming effect, introduces those rich, earthy notes that can be incredibly comforting for a restless mind or an overwhelmed nervous system. And here's a really crucial insight that came up repeatedly. Always consider your personal scent preferences.
Right, because if you don't like the smell.
Exactly. The more appealing the aroma is to you, the more positive your physiological and psychological response will likely be. You create a stronger, more positive association with sleep. It's truly a journey of personal discovery.
Okay, so you've experimented, you found your perfect personalized blend. Now, how do we actually incorporate these into a nighttime routine effectively?
Yeah.
Because the effectiveness isn't just in the blend itself, but in how you use it, right?
Absolutely. Application matters a lot. Our guides detail several highly effective usage methods. The first, and arguably the most popular, is using a diffuser.
Okay, yeah. Lots of people have those now.
They do. This method creates a pervasive, relaxing atmosphere throughout your bedroom or living space. You simply add about 5 to 10 drops of your chosen blend to the diffuser, maybe 30 minutes before you plan to actually go to bed. This allows those aromatic compounds to gently fill the room, basically signaling to your brain that it's time to unwind.
Makes sense. Setting the stage.
Exactly. Another lovely option is a pillow spray. And these are wonderfully simple to make yourself. You just need 10 to 15 drops of your essential oil blend, mixed with about 1 ounce of distilled water, and maybe 1 teaspoon of witch hazel, or even a high-proof alcohol like vodka.
Witch hazel or vodka? Why?
Good question. They act as an emulsifier. They help the oils disperse evenly in the water, otherwise they just float on top.
Got it.
Shake it well, and then just lightly mist your pillow. You get those immediate soothing sleep vibes right as you lay down.
Nice. And the third way?
And finally, there's topical application. For this method, you absolutely need to dilute your essential oil blend first.
Right, with a carrier oil.
Precisely. A carrier oil like jojoba, fractionated coconut oil, or sweet almond oil. These are inert oils. They don't evaporate quickly. They help safely disperse the potent essential oils, preventing skin irritation. But they also help facilitate absorption into the bloodstream and slow down evaporation for a more prolonged, gentle effect through the night.
So they do more than just dilute.
They do. A good rule of thumb, the sources generally agree, is about 2-3 drops of essential oil per teaspoon of carrier oil. Once it's diluted, you can apply it to pulse points like your wrists or neck, the soles of your feet.
Soles of the feet. Really?
Yes, they have large pores which can aid absorption, or even behind your ears. These areas allow the oils to absorb and diffuse gently throughout the night.
That distinction about the carrier oil's role, not just safety, but absorption and prolonging the effect, that's a really valuable insight.
It is, often overlooked.
Now, let's talk about the practical side, because these are potent plant compounds. What does our deep dive reveal about safety and making these blends truly yours, but in a responsible way?
Our sources are incredibly clear on this. Because essential oils are so concentrated, safety and usage guidelines are absolutely paramount. Non-negotiable, really. The number one rule, as we just touched on, is always dilute for topical use.
Okay, that 2-3 drops per teaspoon rule.
That's a good starting point, yes. Applying undiluted essential oils directly to your skin can cause irritation or even sensitization over time, meaning you could develop a reaction later. Secondly, patch test first. Before you slather a new blend all over,
Good idea.
put a tiny amount of the diluted oil on a small, inconspicuous area of skin, like the inside of your forearm. Wait 24 hours. Check for any redness, itching, any sensitivity.
This is a good step.
Very simple, but can prevent a lot of discomfort. And this is a very important note that came up across multiple sources. If you're pregnant, nursing, or planning to use essential oils on children, you must consult a healthcare professional first.
Right, their systems are different.
Exactly, more sensitive. Certain oils might not be appropriate, or they might need much higher dilution rates. Always check. Lastly, and this is critical, never ingest essential oils unless you are specifically advised to do so by a licensed, qualified aromatherapist or a medical doctor who is trained in their internal use.
So don't just add a drop to your tea.
Please don't. These are highly concentrated plant compounds. They are not meant for internal consumption without expert, personalized guidance.
Those are critical guidelines.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the emphasis on consulting a healthcare professional for vulnerable groups.
Absolutely essential.
But beyond those absolute safety rules, you mentioned that scent is deeply personal. What if someone tries that base blend, the lavender, chamomile, bergamot, and it just doesn't resonate? Or maybe they have a very specific sleep challenge. How do our sources guide listeners in further customizing?
That's where the real personalization comes in. And yeah, our sources really encourage experimentation, safely, of course. Let's say your primary sleep issue is that racing mind, constant thoughts. Lavender helps, sure, but maybe you want to lean more heavily on those grounding oils.
Like vetiver or sandalwood.
Exactly. Perhaps a blend focusing on vetiver or sandalwood, maybe with just a touch of Roman chamomile diffused by your bedside. Or if you experience a lot of physical tension that keeps you awake, a topical application to your neck and shoulders might be better. Maybe a blend with marjoram and lavender in a carrier oil. Marjoram, though not on our core list earlier, came up in some sources as an excellent muscle relaxant.
Okay, marjoram for tension.
It's worth looking into. Another common challenge is frequent waking during the night.
Ugh, yes. The 3 a.m. wide awake club.
Right, so here, a blend designed for more sustained calming might be beneficial. Perhaps featuring deeper, longer-lasting base notes like frankincense or cedarwood alongside lavender. The key really is to start with those popular, well-tested recipes, like the base blend we shared. Then tweak. Adjust based on your personal preferences and the specific results you observe.
So pay attention to how you feel.
Yes. Listen to your body. Notice what shifts, what feels good. Don't be afraid to adjust ratios or swap out one oil for another that, speaks to you more. It's a journey, not a fixed destination.
That makes perfect sense. It's about being an active participant in your own wellness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than just passively receiving information.
Exactly that.
Before we wrap up, what about common pitfalls or questions? Things that typically come up when people are starting out with essential oils for sleep. Beyond the safety points, are there mistakes beginners often make that our sources flagged?
Absolutely. One common pitfall seems to be expecting a magic bullet overnight.
Impatience.
Yes. While essential oils can be profoundly effective, consistency is often key. It might take a few nights of regular use for your body and mind to fully build that association between the aroma and sleep. Another mistake is sometimes assuming that more is better when diffusing or applying topically.
Right, just dump half the bottle in.
Please don't. Because of their potency, a few drops are truly sufficient. Overuse can actually sometimes lead to the opposite effect, like overstimulation for some people, or just wastes your precious oils. Less is often more here.
Good reminder. And what about frequently asked questions?
Well, can I use essential oils every night is a big one we saw addressed.
And the answer?
Generally, yes, as long as you're using them safely, properly diluted for topical use, and you're monitoring for any skin reactions over time. Consistent, safe use is actually key for building that sleep routine association. Another common question is, how do I know which blend is right for me?
Which we touched on.
We did. Again, start with those well-tested recipes, then tweak based on your preferences and the results you're getting. Trust your nose and your body's response. And finally, are there any side effects? While generally very safe when used correctly, some people may experience skin irritation or allergic reactions, particularly if they have sensitive skin or specific allergies.
Which is why that patch test is so important.
So vital. Always test new oils carefully and rigorously follow those proper dilution and usage guidelines.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. Seriously illuminating. We've journeyed through the science, explored the specific mechanisms, discovered the nuanced world of blending, and hopefully equipped you with practical, safe application methods. It's clear that essential oil blends, far from being just pleasant scents, offer a gentle, scientifically supported, and potentially profoundly effective natural way to calm your mind
Relax your body.
and truly promote quality, restorative sleep. Whether you choose to diffuse them, apply them topically, or mist them on your pillow, these carefully chosen aromas can genuinely become an essential, comforting, and really personalized part of your nightly ritual.
Indeed. And given the diverse options we've uncovered today and the deeply personal nature of scent and its effect on our well-being, we really encourage you to reflect what unique combination of oils, or maybe what specific application method, might become the cornerstone of your perfect natural bedtime ritual. How might you explore these insights to unlock that deeper, more restorative sleep you've been seeking? The possibilities and the potential for a better night's rest are truly vast and deeply personal.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.